Hello my dear friends, welcome back again to my online YouTube tutorial of class 12 mathematics, and as we are discussing about chapter 6 আমি অধ্যায় 6 এর আলোচনা কৰি আছিলো, that is applications of derivatives, and আজিৰ এই ভিডিওত আমি আলোচনা কৰিম exercise 6.2 এর বিষয়ে আমি আলোচনা কৰিম যে 6.2 এর প্রবলেমখিনি সলভ কৰাৰ কাৰণে আমাৰ কি কি থিওৰি পাৰ্টৰ দৰকাৰ সেই সম্পৰ্কে আমি আলোচনা কৰিম. So before going to solve the exercise 6.2, we are discussing about the basic concepts we have needed to solve the particular chapter. So let us start. So I will start calling. So what is the basic concepts that we need to solve exercise 6.2? Hetu hoise increasing and decreasing functions. Ohomiyat koa hoy bordhoman aru hrakman folon. So bordhoman aru hrakman folon সম্পর্কে আজি আমি এই ভিডিওত আলোচনা কৰিম. And then we are going to solve exercise 6.2. So eta kotha tumaloke khub monojog diba. This increasing and decreasing functions is very simple topic and you have to concentrate fully. Tumaloke jodi prothomo pra hekholoike khub monojogere video khon tumaloke soa moi tumalokok etu 100% assurance dibo paru tumaloke karo hohai noluake 6.2 jiman proshno uttor ase nije koribola hekkom hoba. So I can give you the confidence that after watching my videos you will able to solve exercise 6.2 without taking anyone's help. So let us start. So what is this increasing and decreasing function? Bordhoman aru hrakman folon ki? So as I have discussed this function chapters with the help of graphs. Function bujibole hole folon bujibole hole graph nohoake bujato actually time. So if we draw some graphs of this function, then it becomes very easy to understand that particular function. So similar concept, similar technique I am going to use for discuss this topics. So increasing and decreasing functions khini bujwar karone tumalokok moi kisuman graphor lekhor hohai lom. So tumaloke dekhile buji paba lahe lahe. So let us start one by one. So this is increasing and decreasing function. Moi tumalokok eta folon lolu. Suppose graph eta dekhaisu. Eta graph. So this is x and this is y. Y means fx, right? This side fx, this side x. Now see, etia tumaloke saba, if x increases, suppose at point 0, at x equal to 0, this is x equal to 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, so on. So at x equal to 0, suppose I have taken 1, 2, 3. At 1, I have taken 4. At 0, I have taken 3. At 1, I have taken 1. Do it 9 kilo, 5 kilo. Take a and so on. So if I draw the curve, it looks like this. Okay. So x or value bari joar loge loge y or value fx or value bari goise. So what is fx? Moi jodi lo fx equal to say x plus 3. x or value jetia 0 hoy y or value kibar hoise 3 hoise. Jetia x or value 1 hobo y or value fx means ki y, right? fx means kya hai? fx mane ki y x plus 3. to 1 lole ki hobo 0 lole x or value jodi moi 0 lo value ki hobo 3, 1 lole 4 hobo, 2 lole 5 hobo, and so on. Enake bari goise. To soa x or value barar loge loge y or value bari goise. When x increasing, y is also increasing. So such type of functions is non-increasing function. Again, let us take another example. Same example. Suppose I am taking fx equal to minus x plus 3. So zetia x, suppose at x equal to 0, this will again 3, 1, 2, 3. At x 0 it is 3. If I take x equal to 1, minus 1 plus 3, 2. So at x equal to 1 it will give 2. At x equal to 2 it will give 1. At x equal to 3, x equal to 3 lole minus 3 plus 3 0. So like this. So this is again like this. So this function is from the when x is increasing, this function y is also decreasing. Yate ki hoise x or value bari joar loge loge x or value bari joar loge loge y value komi ahise, negative direction ot ahise, y becomes in negative direction. So এইটোৱে বস্তু যে আমি this function is known as decreasing function. Decreasing. এইটো আসলে increasing, এইটো হল decreasing. এইটো বর্ধমান বাড়ি গৈছে, x বাড়াৰ লগে লগে y ভ্যালু ওপৰৰ ফালে গৈছে। ইয়াতে x বাড়াৰ লগে লগে y ভ্যালু তলৰ ফালে গৈ আহিছে। So this is increasing and this is decreasing. So এই ফলন সম্পৰ্কে we are going to discuss in this application of derivatives, how can we tell? So A2 ছবি দেখি আমি গম পাইছো. Looking at this graph, we can easily say this is increasing, this is decreasing. Looking easily, because when x is increasing, this graph is downward graph, and when x is increasing, this graph is going upward. So increasing and decreasing, by looking at this graph, we can easily tell. কিন্তু এনেকুৱা বহুত ফলন হ'ব পাৰে. We will get lots of functions. By looking at this, into the functions, we cannot say whether it is increasing and decreasing. Suppose we have a graph there. Suppose this function was fx equal to x plus 3. So looking at this, I can easily tell when x is increasing, y is 3 times increasing. So increasing function, right? But if I given a function like this, suppose fx equal to sin x. This graph is increasing or decreasing. How can I tell you? Now let us draw the graph of sine function. X. Suppose this is 0. At 0, sin 0, at x equal to 0, sin 0, 0. Suppose pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, twice pi, and so on. Pi by 2, sin jete pi by x value pi by 2 hobo. When x, the value of x is pi by 2, then sin pi by 2 is 1. Am I right? 1. Sin 90 degree. Again, sin 180 degree is 0. That means the graph is like this. Again, minus 1 and like this. So see what happens in this graph. From 0 to pi by 2, this is increasing, right? 0 pora pi by 2 lo a function to increase hoye ase. But from 0 to from pi by 2 to pi, again this function is decreasing, right? So enekwa dhoroner folon borok ami ki boli ko increasing and decreasing both. Yate increasing hoise, yate decreasing hoise. So such type of functions we can call neither increasing nor decreasing. Enekwa functionok ami ki ko neither increasing nor decreasing functions. যে এইবোৰ ফাংশন বৰ্ধমানো নহয় হ্ৰাসমানো নহয়. তো এনেকুৱা ফলনো থাকিব পাৰে যত আমাৰ কোনবাৰ ফলন কম, যত মানে দুটা মজুদ, both are present, increasing and decreasing present. So such types of functions we can tell them neither increasing nor decreasing. So I hope ইয়ালৈকে ক্লিয়াৰ হৈছে. এতিয়া চোৱা যে এইবোৰৰ ওপৰত আমি এনেকে ফাংশনস আমি গ্ৰাফ আকাইতো গোটেই প্ৰশ্ন কৰা সম্ভৱ নহয়. So applications of derivatives, তাৰ মানে with the help of derivatives we are going to find out whether a function is increasing or decreasing. So আমি কি কৰিম, ইয়াতে আমি অৱকলজৰ প্ৰয়োগ ব্যৱহাৰ কৰি আমি কি কৰিম যে ফলৰ এটা বৰ্ধমান হয় নে হ্ৰাসমান হয় সেই সম্পৰ্কে আমি চাই কেনে ক'ব পাৰিম যে প্ৰশ্ন এখন দেখি কেনে আমি এনসাৰ কৰিব সক্ষম হ'ম. So তাৰ বিষয়ে এতিয়া আলোচনা কৰিম. Suppose, আৰু এটা মনত ৰাখিবা, remember one thing, in this chapter we are basically deal with two types of questions. ইয়াতে আমি দুটা ধৰণৰ কোশ্চেন সম্পৰ্কে আলোচনা কৰিম. Two types of questions we will discuss. And what are the two types? এটা ক'ব যে state whether a function increasing or decreasing in a given interval. এটা প্রশ্ন এনেকুৱা ক'ব যে এটা অন্তৰাল দিয়া থাকিব, you will be given an interval, এটা অন্তৰাল দিয়া থাকিব, সেই অন্তৰালটোত এটা ফাংশনটো ইনক্ৰিজিং হয় নে ডিক্ৰিজিং হয় সেইটো ওলাব দিব. এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ প্ৰশ্ন হ'ব পাৰে. আৰু সেকেন্ড কোৱেশ্চনস টু টাইপ টু কোৱেশ্চনস এনেকুৱা হ'ব পাৰে, suppose you have given a function and you have to find the interval in which function is increasing or decreasing. In type 2 কেনেকুৱা হ'ব যে এটা ফাংশনস দিয়া থাকিব, সেই ফাংশনখন ইন্টারভেলটো উলিয়াব লাগে যেটো এটা পয়েন্টত ইনক্রিজিং হ'ব না ডিক্রিজিং হ'ব. ফাংশনটো ইনক্রিজিং না ডিক্রিজিং এইটো দিয়া হ'ব, আমাক কি কৰিব লাগিব, ইন্টারভেল উলিয়াব লাগিব যে কোনটো ইন্টারভেলত ইনক্রিজিং হয় বা কোনটো ইন্টারভেলত ডিক্রিজিং হয়. যেনেকৈ মই সাপোজ মই সাইনৰ গ্ৰাফটো বনাইছো, সাইনৰ গ্ৰাফটো এনেকুৱা আছিল, ৰাইট? এনেকুৱা আছে. সো এনেকুৱা যদি আমি কওঁ যে 0 ৰ পৰা পাই বাই 2 লে গ্ৰাফটো ইনক্ৰিজিং আছিল এইটো ইন্টাৰভেল 0 টু পাই বাই 2 আৰু এটা ইন্টাৰভেল পাই বাই 2 টু পাই এতিয়া চোৱা যদি আমি এইটো 0 ৰ পৰা পাই বাই 2 0 ৰ পৰা পাই বাই 2 ইনক্ৰিজ হৈ আছে আকৌ পাই বাই 2 ৰ পৰা পাই লৈ ডিক্ৰিজ হৈ আছে ৰাইট তো এনেকুৱা ফাংচন দুটা থাকিব পাৰে তো এই ইন্টাৰভেলটো উলাব দিব পাৰে টাইপ 2 কি কৰিব what will you ask in the type 2 suppose here from 0 to pi by 2 in this interval function is increasing and from this interval from pi by 2 to pi this function is decreasing so in second type of questions you may be asked find the interval when the function is increasing and when the function is decreasing so in basics so this is the basics this type of questions will come and we have one very crucial formula to solve such type of questions we just remember three things a function fx is increasing if the derivative of the function so suppose fx is a function given amak fx is a function diya ase so what is the derivative of fx the derivative we know f dash x so if f dash of x is greater or equal to 0 then we can say the function is increasing অসমীয়া বৰ্ধমান বুলি কম কেতিয়া এটা ফলন বৰ্ধমান হ'ব যেতিয়া ফলনটোৰ ডেৰিভেটিভস অৱকলজটো কি হ'ব greater or equal to 0 হ'ব again a function fx is strictly increasing so ইয়াতে এটা বস্তু কৈছে ye strictly increasing what is this strictly increasing means it cannot be 0 strictly increasing means cannot be 0 f dash x is greater than 0 that means what suppose I have a graph suppose this graph as I given you pi by 2 and this is pi so we know from 0 to pi by 2 the graph is increasing again pi by 2 to pi the graph is decreasing this is decreasing now see etia swa tumaloke yar pora a2 point what at the pi by 2 what is this increasing or decreasing because this is close interval this is also close interval in this interval this is increasing again it is decreasing so how can possible at the particular point etia jodi ami sa what is this at this particular point the slope of the graph is 0 right or wrong at this particular point the slope of the graph is what 0 so that is derivatives is 0 that is what we call at this particular point and here also the slope of the graph is 0 because here everywhere graph is increasing and everywhere in this graph is decreasing প্রতিটো বিন্দুতে আমি যদি এই রেখাডালৰ কি আকো প্রবণতাটো চাও প্রবণতাটো কি হ'ব tangent to the slope of the tangent at any point except this point in this side this is increasing and in this side it is decreasing যে 0 ৰ পৰা পাই বাই 2 লৈ প্ৰতিটো বিন্দুত যদি আমি স্পৰ্শকডাল আকো সেই স্পৰ্শকডালৰ প্ৰবণতা আমি চাও যে কি হৈ আছে ওপৰৰ ফালে উঠি আছে মানে পজিটিভ হৈ আছে কিন্তু ইয়াৰ পিনে নেগেটিভ সো এট দিস পয়েন্ট দিস ইজ 0 সো হেতু কৈছে যে স্ট্ৰিক্টলি ইনক্ৰিজিং মানে সতত বৰ্ধমান বুলি কয় স্ট্ৰিক্টলি ইনক্ৰিজিং মানে অলৱেজ ইনক্ৰিজিং so it is greater than 0 হ'ব নোৱাৰিব that's it so again another decreasing a function fx is decreasing if f dash x is less or equal to 0 decreasing মানে হ্রাসমান and 4 is strictly decreasing so strictly decreasing মানে কি হঠাৎ হ্রাসমান and this is means f dash x cannot be less than 0 means this equation so difference is there so this four topic actually we are going to discuss in this chapter এই অধ্যায়খনত এই অনুশীলনীখনত আমি অকল এই চাৰিটা কনসেপ্ট আছে যে what is increasing function what is strictly increasing function what is decreasing and what is strictly decreasing and the conditions these are the four এই চাৰিটা শর্ত these are the four conditions Actually, we need to solve this particular chapter. So f dash x is greater or equal to 0 means increasing, f dash x is less than or equal to 0 means decreasing, and if it is greater than 0 is strictly increasing, if it is less than 0 it is strictly decreasing. So now I am going to give you some graphs, and seeing the graph you have to tell me whether it is increasing, decreasing, strictly increasing or strictly decreasing. মই এতিয়া তোমালোকক কিছুমান গ্ৰাফ আঁকিম বৰ্ড, তোমালোকে মনোযোগ দিবা আৰু গ্ৰাফখন চাই তোমালোকে মোক ক'ব পাৰিব লাগিব যে এইটো একচুয়ালি বৰ্ধমান হয় না হ্ৰাসমান হয় না সতত বৰ্ধমান হয় না সতত হ্ৰাসমান হয়, তো সেই বস্তুটো মোক ক'ব লাগিব। সো ইয়াতে মই কেইটামান এক্সাম্পল লৈছো। I have taken 5 examples, 5 graphs. Now can you tell me in which category? I have given you 4 category, that is strictly increasing, increasing, decreasing, strictly decreasing. বৰ্ধমান সতত বৰ্ধমান হ্ৰাসমান সতত হ্ৰাসমান, আৰু এটা আছিল নাইদাৰ ইনক্ৰিজিং নট ডিক্ৰিজিং, আৰু এটা আছিল কি যে বৰ্ধমানৰ নহয় হ্ৰাসমানৰ নহয়। সো এটো কি হ'ব চোৱা, এটো বাঢ়ি আছে, x is increasing, y is also increasing upside, but see here what happens, it is constant, in this case it is constant, right? ইয়াৰ পৰা ইয়ালৈকে একে গতিত বাঢ়ি আছে, but again increasing. So এনেকুৱা টাইপত suppose here if I draw a tangent here at this point, tangent or curve to slope to কি হ'ব 0 হ'ব, so curve equal to 0, so equal 0 হোৱাৰ chance আছে, the slope of this curve the slope of the tangent at this particular point to this curve is 0, so 0 হলে এটো কি হ'ব, that means 0 হলে কি হয়, greater than or equal to 0 means increasing, so this is increasing, but here see ইয়াতে কত 0 নহয়, if you draw the tangent at any point it won't give you the 0 slope, right? So this is increasing, that means this is strictly increasing, strictly increasing, it is increasing, it is again decreasing, because ইয়াতে ইয়াৰ পৰা স্টার্ট হৈছে x এর ভ্যালু বাঢ়ি গৈছে, y এর ভ্যালু কমি আহি আছে, x is increasing, y is decreasing, but in this particular point if I draw a tangent, the tangent will give you slope 0. So that means what? This is it can be equal to 0. That means this function is only decreasing. But here x is increasing, y is decreasing continuously. So this is strictly decreasing. And this is at some point it is increasing, again decreasing, again increasing, again decreasing. So this is what? This is neither increasing nor decreasing. So yeah, look at tumaloko clear. So as I told you, moi je tumaloko koisu, the two type of questions we are going to only two types of questions are there in this exercise. So অকল দুই ধৰণৰ কোশ্চেন আছে, and type 1 and type 2 I already told you. Type 1 ত কেনেকুৱা কোশ্চেন পাম, type 1 ত পাম the type 1 ত what will be the questions in type 1? Type 1 questions will be suppose you are given a function and you have to find at a particular interval whether it is increasing or decreasing. এটা কোশ্চেন দিয়া থাকিব, যেটো এটা ফাংশন দিয়া থাকিব, ফলন দিয়া থাকিব, সেই ফলনটো এটা পার্টিকুলার অন্তরালত ইনক্রিজিং হয় না ডিক্রিজিং হয়, বর্ধমান হয় না হ্রাসমান হয়, এটো উলিয়াব লাগে। and in type 2 the questions will be like this, you will be given a function and you have to find the interval in which the function is increasing or decreasing. আৰু এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ কোশ্চেনত কি থাকিব, টাইপ 2 ফলনত যে এটা ফলন দিয়া থাকিব, সেই ফলনটো কোনটো অন্তরালত ইনক্রিজিং হৈ আছে মানে বর্ধমান হৈ আছে, আৰু কোনটো ডিক্রিজিং হৈ আছে হ্রাসমান, সেইটো উলিয়াব লাগে। So let us take some examples and we will directly go to the exercise. Show that fx equal to 7x minus 3 is strictly increasing for all real numbers x belongs to R. See, that means the value of x can be anything and this function is strictly increasing, so as I told you, মই তোমালোকক কৈছো যে অসমীয়াত চোৱা প্ৰশ্নটো কি কৈছে যে fx এটা ফলন এটো দিয়া আছে আৰু কৈছে x মানে r ডোমেইন টু r সকলো বাস্তৱ সংখ্যাৰ ক্ষেত্ৰতে কৈছে এই ফলনটো সতত বৰ্ধমান, তো তেনে কেনেকৈ কৰিম। so মই অলৰেডি কৈছো, as I told you, we are going to use derivatives to solve such kind of problems. এনেকুৱা প্ৰবলেমৰ কাৰণে আমি অৱকলজ ব্যৱহাৰ কৰিম। that is why the name of the chapter is application of derivatives. সেইকাৰণে অধ্যায়খনৰ নাম দিছে অৱকলজৰ প্ৰয়োগ। so now see what will be f dash x, ddx of x. so ddx of 7x means what? I am going solving you it in a clear way. So what will be this? 7 into x, dd of x1, my ddx of 3 is 0. So ultimately 7. Now tell me, f dash x, value of f dash x is 7. So f dash x equal to 7 and 7 is greater than 0. Now it is strictly increasing or increasing. If it is increasing, then it will be greater or equal to 0. See, এটু হঠাৎ বর্ধমান হবে না বর্ধমান হওয়ার কারণে f dash x is greater or equal to 0 and for increasing and for strictly increasing f dash x is greater than 0. And now tell me, this is, can it be equal to 0? Because there is no x, ইয়াত কোনো x নাই, so it is independent of x. It does not depend on any value of x. X can be anything, it doesn't depend. এটু x এর কোনো ক্ষেত্রতে নির্ভর নকৰে, x এর উপৰত নিৰ্ভৰ নকৰে f dash এর ভ্যালুটো। So it will direct গম পালো 7, x এর ভ্যালু 0, ইয়াতে 100 দিলেও 7 -100 দিলেও 7. So that means it doesn't depend on the value of x. So this is all we know, 7 is greater than 0. That means it is strictly increasing. So that is it. The question we have to prove this is. So we can write for all value of, for all x belongs to a, the function fx is strictly increasing. That's it. So I have an example. Let us take another example. Question is this: show that fx equal cos x. Show that at 0 pi it is strictly increasing or decreasing, strictly decreasing. B number at pi comma twice pi, it is strictly increasing. At 0 twice pi, neither increasing nor decreasing. অসমীয়াত চোৱা, এই ফলনটো আমি প্ৰমাণ কৰিব লাগে। We have given, আমাক দিয়া আছে fx equal to cos x, and আমি প্ৰমাণ কৰিব লাগে at 0 point open interval 0 আৰু ইয়াৰ মাজত হৈছে strictly decreasing, হঠাৎ হ্ৰাস মান, আৰু এইটো পইণ্টত কৈছে in this interval, এইটো অন্তৰালত কৈছে strictly increase হৈ আছে, আৰু এইটো অন্তৰালত কৈছে in this interval it is neither increasing nor decreasing, এইটো বৰ্ধমানো নহয় হ্ৰাস মানো নহয়। তাৰমানে ultimately in this point, at this point it is both increasing and decreasing. That is why neither increasing nor decreasing functions, right? So it can be calculated. So we have to take the differentiation. We have to find f dash x. I mean f dash x will have like that. So f dash x of ddx of cos x is what? Minus sin x. That's it. Minus sin x. Etiaswa sin x or curve, what happens at this particular point? Sin x or curve আমি ভালকে জানো. We know very well. At 0 sin 0. At pi by 2 this is 1. At pi again 0. That means this is the sine graph, right? This is pi by 2, this is 3 pi by 2, this is twice pi. Okay? Now see, from 0 to pi by 2, it is given 0 to pi. From 0 to pi, if x belongs to 0 to pi. Now see, in this particular case, when x belongs to 0 to pi by 0 in the open interval 0 pi, that means what? 0 and pi not included, open interval. যেহেতু এটো মুক্ত অন্তরাল, তো 0 আৰু pi নলব, because at 0 it is 0, at pi it is pi. So if these 2 points are not included, right? So in this point, this is greater than 0, because above x axis, this is positive value, means since at x belongs to this, sin x is greater than 0, right? Sin x, anything, this is sine curve, right? This is curve of sine. So sin x is greater than 0. That means therefore f dash x equal to minus sin x, what? Minus আছে, so minus is less than 0, right? Sin x is 0, greater than 0. If I put minus in front of sin, it will become negative. That means less than 0. কারণ এইখিনি পয়েন্টত আমি গম পাইছো এটা পজিটিভ হৈ আছে, কিন্তু যেতিয়া মাইনাস আগত আহি যাব, এটা সংখ্যা সাপোজ 3 is greater than 0, right? Minus 3 is what? Less than 0. Similar, sin x is greater than 0, but minus sin x is less than 0. That means at this particular point f dash x is less than 0. That means what? Strictly decreasing. If f dash x is less than 0, that is strictly decreasing. So this is proof. I hope it is clear. For now, since this at this interval, pi to twice pi, pi to twice pi, pi to twice pi. This is below x-axis, that means less than 0, because this 2 point, at this 2 point this is 0, but this particular area is less than 0. That means f(x) belongs to pi comma twice pi, sin x is what? Less than 0. It is clear from here. So now, therefore, minus sin x will be what? Greater than 0. It will come positively. This is negative, then minus will be positive. Right or wrong? Suppose minus 3 is less than 0. Now minus of minus 3 is what? 3. This is greater than 0. So same thing happens. So this is at this particular point, this function is less than 0, means negative. Then if negative sign comes, this become positive. That means what? F dash x is minus sin x is greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, strictly increasing. This is at this strictly increasing. Now from 0 to twice pi. See, 0 to now twice pi. Now see, this is increasing, this is decreasing. Right? At this particular point, the derivatives is positive, and at this particular point, derivative is negative. So we know in this particular point, this is neither increasing nor decreasing. So that's it. So this type of solutions we are, this type of questions we are going to solve. Okay. Because here, as I told you, you have first of all you have to find the at a given interval whether a function is increasing and decreasing. Suppose see, আমি ডিসকাস কৰিছো এটো ইন্টারভেলত ফাংশনটো ইনক্রিজিং হয় না ডিক্রিজিং হয় গম পালো এতিয়া এনেকুৱা কিছুমান কোৱেশ্চন আছে ফাংশন দিয়া আছে you will be given a question but the function will be given and you have to find the interval at which the function is increasing or decreasing. So let us try to solve such kind of questions. Okay, see question 1. Question 1 is given, show that f(x) equal to 3x plus 17 is strictly increasing at কৈছে সকলো আৰৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত আৰত কৈছে আৰত ফলন টু এটো ফলন 3x plus 17 to কতত বৰ্ধমান. So how to prove it? Simple, find f dash x. ddx of 3x plus 17. So ddx of 3x is 3 into 1 plus 0. Okay. So 3 is again constant function and 3 is always greater than 0. So since f dash x is greater than 0, so it is strictly increasing because this is independent of x. So it should be increasing at x belongs to y for anything. Clear? So now let us take another example and I hope যদি তোমালোকে বুজি পাইছা গোটেই প্ৰশ্ন উত্তৰ কৰিব পাৰি এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ মই এটা এক্সাম্পল লৈছো question number 5. The second type of, this is the first type of you have to for a particular interval, this interval is r and you have to find whether it is increasing or decreasing. So now again I am taking it question 5 where we have to find the interval. Okay, so if I solve it you will automatically able to solve all the problems. যদি মই এইটো বুজি পোৱা ভালদৰে এই প্ৰবলেমটো তোমালোকে নিশ্চয় কৰিবলৈ সক্ষম হ'ব. চাবা কি কৈছে question 5. Question 5 given f(x) equal to twice x cube minus thrice x square minus 36x plus 7. This function it is given. We have to find the interval. I mean অন্তরাল উলিয়াব লাগে and given question A it is given strictly increasing and in question B it is given strictly decreasing. কৈছে শতত বৰ্ধমান হলে কোনটো অন্তৰালত এটো শতত বৰ্ধমান আৰু শতত হ্ৰাসমান হলে কোনটো অন্তৰালত. We have to find the interval the second time. So since we have to find f dash x, right, f dash x will be ddx of this 3 to the 6x minus 6x square it will be, sorry, this will be 6x square, then 3 to 6x minus 36, this is 0, that's it. So a2 yes, a2 যদি আমি আরো লব কমন লব x square minus twice x minus, also this is x minus 6. So এটু যদি উৎপাদক বিশ্লেষণ কৰো 3 2 গুণ 6 তো কি হ'ব আমাৰ x minus 3 x plus 2 উৎপাদক বিশ্লেষণ কৰিছো I have factorized this x minus 3 x plus 2 it will come. Okay, now see this function is this. So to solve such kind of problems এনেকুৱা যদি problem আহে যত আমি interval to উলিয়াব লাগে, always remember take f dash x equal to 0. Okay, for why we have taken x dash f dash x equal to 0, আমি ইয়াৰ পৰা interval to break কৰিম. We will break the interval. কত 0 হয় আমি interval to break কৰিম. So f dash x means 0 means this is 0, that is x minus 3 x plus 2 equal to 0. So 6 cannot be 0, that means x minus 3 can be 0 or x plus 2 can be 0. কারণ 6 to 0 হবো না, এই 2 নহলে 2 0 হবো লাগিব, তেতিয়াহে পূৰণফল 0 হবো. So x equal to 3 or x equal to minus 2. So now see, I have get 2 points to the intervals. Now I can plot. Suppose this is a number line, it is number line. I have got the value of x equal to minus 2 and 3. So this is minus 2 and 3 will be in the right side. That means I have say 3 interval. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So what are these interval? Minus infinity to minus 2. This interval is minus 2 to 3 and this interval 3 to infinity. Okay, open interval. Why I have taken open interval? Because at this particular point it will be 0. Now see, these are the disjoint intervals. What? Disjoint. অসংযুক্ত আমি অন্তরাল হলো. Now we have to find it out. At which interval, out of these 3 interval, at which interval this is strictly increasing. So that is the question asked. প্রশ্নটা আমাকে হেতু উলিয়াব দিছে যে অন্তরাল কেটা উলিয়াব দিছে, অন্তরাল উলালো, এটা আমাকে উলাব লাগে কোনটো strictly increasing and কোনটো strictly decreasing. So very easy, note it down. minus 2,3 কি দিব, যদি মই 1 লো, 1 x or value 1, if I take 1 x value of x, 1 plus 2 equal to 3, and here if I take 1 minus 3 equal to minus 2. So I get negative plus positive is negative. So is there any chance if I take 2.9, it is always give you negative. It is this function at this interval it gives negative always. So if it is giving negative, then what will this? This is strictly this interval. Minus 2,3 is strictly decreasing because less than 0. So you check it. So this is at this particular point it is strictly decreasing. So it is clear. You can write at this particular point at minus 2,3 f dash x is less than 0. So it is strictly decreasing. So at this point it is strictly increasing or decreasing. You just check it one second, okay? See, if I take minus 1 I cannot take, no? I have to take minus 3. Sorry, I have to take it minus 3 because less than minus 2. Minus 1 I cannot take over here, no? It is minus 3 plus 2. It will give minus, again minus 3. So negative. So negative it will be positive. This is positive. Again this is positive 3. If it is given 3 and greater, 3 is not included. 4 means positive. 4 means positive. So anything it is positive. So at this and this it will be positive. So at interval this interval and this for all x f dash x greater than 0. So at this particular 2 point this is strictly increasing. So like this we are going to, you try to solve all the questions and I believe you will able to solve it. So এনেকুৱাকে তোমালোকে আটাইবোৰ প্ৰশ্নবোৰ এপ্ৰ'চ কৰিবা এনেকুৱাকে সলভ কৰাৰ কাৰণে, তো মই নিশ্চিন্ত যে তোমালোকে কৰিব পাৰিবা. So let me take another example, okay? এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ this type of finding the interval হ'ব আৰু এটা example, ঠিক আছে? তোমালোকে example so 11 কি কৈছে fx for x cube minus 6x square minus 72x plus 30 at this is a function and we have to find the interval at where it is strictly increasing and at which it is strictly decreasing. So first of all, f dash x is 12x square minus 12x minus 17. 12 we can take out common, x square minus x minus so this is again I think that with the previous one, same with the previous one, x minus 3 x plus 2. So similar means what? The function is again minus 2 3. So these are the interval. This is one, this is another one. So similar with the previous one. So I hope you can try it. Okay. So এখন ধরো একে কারণ এটা কি ইন্টারভেল হবে x equal to 3. So this point x equal to minus 2. So this point. So what are this interval? Minus infinity to minus 2, minus 2 to 3, and 3 to positive. So strictly increasing কোটি হবে কোয়া এটা হয়ে যাব কারণ ইয়াতে যেটু বহাম যে যেতিয়া এটু বহাম x equal to minus 3 বহাম 3 বহালে নেগেটিভ আহি যাব x equal to minus 3 বহালেও নেগেটিভ negative positive. For this it is increasing. Again for this positive value, if I take 4 positive, so this is also positive. So at this two particular interval, this will be increasing strictly, and this is strictly decreasing. So I hope clear. Tomorrow another try korasun aru kiba okhobida pale you can contact me. I will definitely help you out. So jodi kiba okhobida thake mok jogajog koriba. So thank you.